All right, family. All right. A good afternoon to you and a welcome back, a welcome into the podcast, family. Us here, a different view family who believe in, who love after, who hunger and thirst, search and seek to find that which is a different view. Family, welcome in. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the word accept today. There's actually a few words that we have on the table. This being the first one, right? In a few of a series here where we're just going to be dealing with different words. Okay. Again, we always go back to this is the bread and butter of this podcast, family. These words and phrases that Massa has given us. We are speaking their language. OK. I understand we try to make this thing as cute as it can possibly be so we can accept, right, how badly we're being screwed on a daily basis. No lubricant, might I add, since we are in relationship season. Hey, brothers, just a tip, right? Lubricant's gonna help, okay? If we're not trying to be vulgar here, okay? But especially when we're practicing safe sex out here, right? We're talking plastic, we're talking science now, family, right? Get lubricant that's gonna work, okay? There ain't no reason to be coming up with the oopsies, family. If you're okay watching certain things occur and you know they're detrimental to the neighborhood, family, at what point do we start doing the opposite? Your Christian brother and sister is and again, we've talked about this as far as I'm concerned, for those who will get confused on my language, how I'm speaking. Family, your Christian brother and sister going to double down on what has got them where they're at, which is that nice cushy church building that Drewski's called out folks for, as it should have. Okay. The abuse and the new trail of tears you are watching your brother and sister go through. The division, because we're going to get into a little bit here, hopefully, Lord willing, as far as Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb is concerned. Family, we need to stop arguing with each other over foolishness. To the point where we going to kill each other? We going to take life now. Because we rep the street code, the G code. Family, you stay away from blinded fools like this. Can I be quite honest? Just stay away. You don't have to argue. You don't have to invite them. You ain't got to have a dinner with them. This is what we say about with our homosexual brothers and sisters, transgender, everybody, any people group. It don't matter who it is. You ain't got to go to the soiree with them. Nobody asking you to go have, a good old time at the Kiki with them, right? Y'all can look up some of the words I'm saying. Family, it's time to leave each other alone. The problem that we're in is because when Europe came here under the quote unquote guise of exploration, they wouldn't just leave the people groups alone. Right? They wouldn't leave the Garifuna alone. They wouldn't leave the Taino people alone. They wouldn't leave the Arawak people alone. Huh? They wouldn't leave the Mayan, Incan people alone. The California Indians, which we're going to get to in a minute. They wouldn't leave them alone. The idea was to take. Tomorrow is, while this is on my mind before we get into this fool Ted Cruz, what he had to say. Again, understand, family, whether it's Republican or Democratic. I want to put that on the table for people who going to get in the bag because the midterms is this year, right? Understand when they come to government, one, it's two wings. And this is the way I've heard, especially when you look at this thing of the eagle with the leaf in the one hand and the arrows in the other. Brothers and sisters, just understand they give you the imagery by which they are doing the thing right to your face. And then the thing comes up. Now, what you going to do? And most of us, which is me included, family, but at some point you need to speak up, right? See, again, at some point, the very least where you start is that you speak up. This is not about silence and nothing, because they're okay talking. We're going to show you at a meeting here. They have no problem talking. So much so they did a lot of talking back in the 1800s. But, they blocked the black man and woman from reading. They played around with our native brothers and sisters from learning their language, speaking their language, reading, so on and so forth, giving them a Bible. We already talked about the slave Bible, since this is Black History Month, as well as this relationship season, like I like to call it, right? Valentine's Day month, right? So again, the heart and the mind's a little bit more open to these things than we normally do because we don't walk in an air of staying open. The man is okay giving you his caricature. This is why the woman is only in that kitchen. So you can only help the man in the kitchen. You can only help the man by birthing. You can only help the man by giving him sex whenever he wants it. Not when you want it. Unless he has a family. I don't point out these differences to continue to divide. It's time we stop falling for that trick. If all skin folk ain't kinfolk, it is quite clear we just need to go looking for the kinfolk. Go look for the people who are okay having sex with you because y'all both want to. Right? Spend time together watching movies, going to a park, doing whatever because you want to together. Not for need of supporting master system. We don't care nothing about that. This ain't for power and prestige. That's garbage. You've already been given power and prestige as a human being. You are within yourself. Before I go there, let me see if I can put this on real quick. Right? Because there's just certain things, family, and this specifically, this also goes to all people. But again, we're peering in the window. Remember, we've talked about that, just giving a chance to look in the window. Black History Month. Shout out to Carter G. Woodson one time. Black History Month. We're not talking about the part where the government then recognized to start talking about what should be. We're talking about how a brother stood up on his square with other people supporting him. The father of Black history. This is the kind of mentality, family, you got to have. You got to have it all on the inside of you. Man, give me a chance to talk to y'all for a second. Let me put you on.
Don't you ever forget that being black is an honor because you come from greatness.
People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even have to respect you. But when you look in the mirror, you better love me.
Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
Love me, oh baby, love me, love me, love me, love me.
I'm gonna pause it right there because, again, where we're going to post this, unfortunately, Massa likes playing around with what can be said and what can't be. Okay, because you have to have certain permissions and all this type of stuff. Again, this is a land full of cheating, family, full of lying, full of corruption, on top of the holiness and wholesomeness that makes these lands, right? So as a result, this is all the little hop, skip, and a jump that you got to do. We had mentioned Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. This also goes out to Frank Zanou and Dave Anderson. Unfortunately, Dave Anderson had to be brought on to a certain podcast because Frank Zanou, African brother, decided to say black folks don't have no culture. Family, I want to say it. I want to say it clear for those who will hear it. Do not operate in the poison by which Master poisoned us with. We get real divisive real quick. I had looking through my social medias, family, had a brother sit there and say that Don Lemon was in the wrong, family. Now, while we don't agree with everything that Don Lemon has done, when you know the history of the church having the slaves up in the balcony and up in the basement, I guess they was providing them shelter, right? See, you won't stand for freedom because you too stuck close to Massa. This is why everything now we in the world, not of it, but for some odd reason, we just stick on the of part. You got to ask yourself why. Is it because we're holding up the banner of truth, justice, and righteousness? Or is it because we become puppets of Massa? Which one is it? We ain't even gonna do both. We don't do this fake Christian thing, none of that. At the end of the day, we leave that up to the maker. And the one thing that we do know, family, is you better stay far away from him. We not setting up churches and having no preachers. You'll think of a preacher is a board member inside of ISIS organization. How interesting. Do you know what most Christians gonna tell you now? This ain't no slander. This is real. This is real life. Do you know what they're gonna tell you? Well, you know, this man is a man of God. This the kind of stuff they talk about with Donald Trump. Don't worry, it's every president. Family, I gotta say this, right? Cause again, we getting caught up on this. The midterms is coming, and we getting caught up on this. Who is Democratic and Republican? And let me just look this up real quick. The midterms is coming up this year. We're gonna be playing games. Okay, we're gonna play games like we do with the presidency. Okay? And we're gonna say it now before November come. Family, they talk about two wings, same bird. That's all it is. Now, the bird in this case has been hijacked, family. That eagle flies high. You ever looked at the image of the eagle? And we ain't getting no conspiracy. We're talking about masses open imagery right to you. They come to you with a smile on your face. That's what the OJs told you. That's what a backstabber looks like. And anybody in the hood or the country or the barrio or the suburbs, right? You know what a backstabber looks like. They got this smile on their face. And it's a shame black folks have to deal with it. Can I say this? This goes for inside the culture as well as outside the culture. We understand there's a group at the top, as we have said, which unfortunately or fortunately for those who want to defend themselves, when you're dealing with, and again, defense does not look how they are on attack. Two different things. I digress. At the end of the day, the European is at the top of the class on the takeover. Look at the planet, family. Tomorrow is going to be Watangi Day. I believe I'm saying it right. Let me just, I don't want to put no slander, not slander really, but no ill will on our brothers and sisters, right? From over in New Zealand. Oh, wait, KJ, New Zealand, ain't that a European term? Man, brother, what, how do you say New Zealand in the language of the indigenous people there before Europe came calling, brother? How you say it? Well, brothers and sisters, when you look it up on your phone, computer, or wherever, simple search is, what did the indigenous people of the land of New Zealand call New Zealand before Europe came calling, or before British occupation, however you need to word it? Aotearoa, or Aotearoa, spelled A-O, then the word tear, so T-E-A-R-O-A. That's how the Maori people. Do you know what it means? That's how they said it. It means the land of the long white cloud. Massa boiled that mess down to New Zealand, which of course we know will have something to do with some level of British occupation. Or you got to look up and say, why is it called? Why did they call it New Zealand? Family, you look it up, right? They're gonna name it after a king. Same thing they did with the Carolinas and stuff. You're gonna name it after a king, King George, somebody, because you took it over. It's yours now, not theirs. Not really. Which is why we still have this beef. Maybe Abraham Lincoln was right. For as long as people who have this idea that you're always supposed to be on the bottom, and y'all who believe that you're not, you will always have an issue. And not really because they are superior. All people are superior in and of themselves. Superior. Let's just do this real quick in real time, family, right? We don't want to take up too much of people's time today, right? Because we all got stuff to do. But the word superior, what does the word superior mean? We know the word superior is coming, the base of it is the word super, right? higher in rank, status, or quality. Okay, this is from Oxford's Dictionary. Having or showing an overly high opinion of oneself. Again, the Bible tells you to not think so highly of yourself. Do not think more highly of yourself than you ought to think, right? And Christians gonna get in a little theological bag. That's cool. Again, more of your study of God is coming from what Master wants you to study of God, not actually what you should study of God. But I digress. Let's continue. A person or thing superior to another in rank, status, or quality, especially a colleague in higher position. Family, when you talk about the things that make a person super, each one of us has qualities made distinctly. Again, as your Bible says, you are beautifully. Yeah. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. And because we reject such knowledge, we are destroyed because of it. That's what we're told. You can keep looking for all this stuff about what God is killing off black folks, and we're not discrediting that at all. But what I am saying, family, is that we're okay. That's why we did that episode like that a couple of weeks ago. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. A lot of the rest of that in this book, and again, whatever people so choose. So I'm not going to be dull enough to not say what other holy books. So that's why I say it this way. The Bible and other holy books that let you know this same similar thought, family, you're uniquely made. It already makes you super. So when Master came along kicking this white superior and privilege and supreme, that was a lie. But you listening to the liar, family. You listening to the deceiver, the adversary, not just the one you're looking for under the ground, the one right in front of your face. With that said, this is why old boy Ted Cruz could come out his face. Let's see, do I have it here? Yeah, I must have just went right past it. This is why this man could come out his face and say this fool-headed mess.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Are we right now?
Number one, shout out Billie Eilish, man. You know, unfortunately, we run into this mental space, family, where, everybody is wrong and she ain't got no business saying nothing. And who is this when they can't say this? We had addressed this issue a long time ago on this podcast. You can't talk about them parents if you ain't got no kids. This is what people do. You can't talk about marriage if you ain't ever been married. You don't know what it's like. While you may not know what it's like, don't you know all people have perspectives? Family, again, my people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. Don't you know you could know something from somebody who ain't been in something? They have a perspective. They sitting there watching you. And normally what happens, right, my God, help me to say it today. Normally what happens right about this time is that because you want to stay stuck in your bag of doing wrong mess to people, that's where you discredit folks. Just like Adam did toward Eve and God. You operate in the wrong. Somebody call you up on it. And the next thing you say, family, we're all subjected to this. The next thing you say is, that's the woman you gave me. Let's finish this, and then we're going to get back into that woman you gave me thing. Let's go. Again, you listening to the deceiver out here. So they talk a certain way. This brother already started off talking about, are we on stolen land right now?
On stolen land?
I have no idea the history of this land.
The person who's saying that they have no idea. No idea. Huh? Let's look it up real quick. That's the CEO of Netflix who just said that, family. This is a video you can find on YouTube. So let's just look real quick. Who is the CEO of Netflix, right? And, wrestling there with their subpar WWE, I should say, with their half-ass way of doing stuff. Reed Hastings. Right? As far as what we see. So he gonna agree. We ain't looking for, and I could be wrong, because this could be somebody else. This looks like this Sarah Nados, somebody. Maybe there's a couple, because it does say that he's co-founding. So there might be some other people there. as well, right? Let me just look through this real quick. I'm just doing this off my feet. I don't even really pay attention. Maybe I should, right? Maybe I should pay attention to who's owning the stuff that we're watching TV from. So, I digress on that one. But so he just sitting there, he talking. I don't know no history. When you watch that video, family, it's like 2 hours long, right? But we got 2 hours to burn. People burn 2 hours on a whole lot of other things. We got 2 hours to burn. At least this way we're burning it knowing something, right? Know that when you're speaking on the things, and we're just gonna, well, no, y'all might not be able to hear it. Maybe you can. Yeah, maybe you can, right? We're gonna keep on over it. And Snoopy playing in the background, but we'll leave it alone. Family, know that people fall for the dupage. We just fall for the dupage listening to Massa. This is not, no. We are benefiting from living on land Massa stole. That's all. It's very easy to say. It's very easy to say. This time we start making amends. That's all. Let's make amends. We ain't supposed to be fighting down native rights, right? So if we trying to make amends for stuff, let me see if I can find this other fool out here in Oklahoma who thinks he's bold enough, right? When we talk about people groups, family, we must be ever careful to show the proper respect, right? Put some respect on the name. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it, right? Because I don't have it queued up. But Mr. Stitt, Governor Kevin Stitt, right? From Oklahoma, want to sit here and talk about him being some Native American. Yeah, here we go.
An Indian named Kevin Stitt shouldn't be treated differently than a single mom of a different race.
This is the same mess from Elon Musk. Doing this, I'm South American. Listen. By the time Europe got into Africa, right, playing around with the positive and negative in all people, of course you're gonna have them slave trade each other. Of course you're gonna have that. Again, family, like we done said, and we're gonna keep saying it. Because you see Steven beating on Susanna, Kwame beating on Nafisa, or Tanisha, whichever female black name you want to put there. I'm a wrestling fan. Shout out to AEW one time. We just seen the fan base over there literally just come right out and say, we're going to try not to use the adult language. Forget ICE. That's what we're going to say it that way. They did not use the word forget. Okay. But family, we have no chill for this. I don't understand why our brothers and sisters got a problem with Don Lemon right now. Nobody should listen. Well, he went up into a church. Do you know that the missionary? See, you create protections to keep yourself, but be careful that your sins will find you out. We're not superseding the law of God. I don't know about what men doing. I don't know about the law of men. What's the law of men doing? See, we like to hide behind the law of men when it's okay to suit our greedy purposes. And right about the time where it's time to do right toward people, that's where we hide behind that mess. And it's wrong. There ain't no protections for you when you okay hurting people. This would be like the children of Israel talking about, oh, we God's people. Right? That battle of AI. Talk to me, somebody. We God's people. That man took that stuff when he shouldn't. We're not even talking about the part of the Black Lands part. Okay. They took the thing. They won the battle. This dude took that stuff. Did you see any God's people protection there? And that's the law of God coming out, right? The man didn't have nothing to do with that, right? Okay. We're just talking about from a Christian's belief. See, again, let go, family. Let go and call right and wrong. All them people was cursed. They didn't win no battles. They won no battles, family, because they broke the rules. Family, you broke the rules when you signed up with Massa to take from the people groups already here. Now you want to hide behind Massa's law talking about we got protections as Christians. What? They will feed you to the gladiator without question. That. As a matter of fact, this is the part where we like to sign up with Massa, unfortunately, right? And they know it, and they use us as a good patsy. We look good as entertainment, running around and all this kind of stuff, right? Like the spirit is moving us. We do a lot of entertainment. I am not knocking this, family. What we're talking about is the fool-headed part of this. And then you okay talking about, yeah, ICE, come on down. Take black folks. Take Latin folks. Shoot white folks. Man, come on, let's go. You the next contestant on Get Screwed. You remember them old game shows? Hey, do you... We're just going to use some old school terms, right? Your boy's of a certain age, so we know some things. Hey, you got the borax? Our Latin brothers and sisters, right, since they attacking them, right? Hey, you got that Foca? You know that detergent, right? That you could pick up from certain retail stores, man. Hey, you got that Foca? Come on down. Family, we playing a deadly game with Massa. Dead seriously, right? Renee Good and that brother Alex, that nurse that just, again, we talking executed in the street, family. You're watching it to show you how desensitized we are to death. That's why on my social media pages, I just start putting it up. We just start putting it up. You know what? If the man can put it up, we'll just do it the other way around. See who catches on. You're watching death, man. Interrogation and death. That's what you're watching. Is we on stolen land? Yo, bro, man, you better be careful of these politicians, man. These government officials that we follow after. That ain't it.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Are we right now on stolen land?
I have no idea the history of this land, of where we're sitting today.
Nor do I, Senator.
So that speaks volumes that neither of you are willing to say, hell no, we're not on stolen land. And I will say at the Grammys, when you see an entertainer say, nobody is...
The next ding you heard was a Warner Brothers executive. Do you think anybody from the WB, right? Y'all remember the WB little cute thing that they used to do back in the day when the Animaniacs was running wild? If you don't, go look it up. WWB, right? We just got all this kind of weird stuff going on. Bruce Campbell sitting right there. He got his mouth shut, man. Matter of fact, all these people, all of them, most of them European. Looks like there's one woman in the crowd. Not saying a word. Of course, don't you talk now. You let the one person you pick just do all the BS talking. Just let them do that. Because if y'all start, you're gonna let the cat out the bag. So just don't say anything.
It's illegal while we're on stolen land. And then you see entertainers leap to their feet, clapping so excitedly at the notion that America's fundamentally illegitimate. It starts to convey that the entertainment world is deeply corrupt. And I will point out that same...
The entertainment world is deeply corrupt. Family, do you remember? Maybe we don't, but we like, again, do this in remembrance of me. Its original context is talking about taking communion. Family, we say it a lot all over the place. Do in remembrance, right? Because in life we keep forgetting. Not just Michael McDonald, I keep forgetting. We're not in love anymore, right? We things will never be the same again. I keep forgetting how you made it so clear. We not. I keep forgetting. We not talking every time. Your boy bugging out, man. The 9 areas. I can't get back into this, man. The 9 areas, man. Good Lord. It's like we walk right past these truths. Economics, education, entertainment. There, he said it right there, entertainment. Massa got control of that. So when you come out and say that's corrupt, brother, we already know that. Talking about ICE, or human abduction under the guise of holiness and justice, and we trying to get rid of the illegals. He ain't wrong when he say corruption is involved in entertainment. Again, some dear black folk back in the day got involved in an experiment. Dealing in the black doll experiment. Again, imagery is how mass is also ruling. Illusions. No different than Loki, right? Strong illusions. That your black brothers and sisters are supposed to be against each other. Y'all start accepting each other. We haven't gotten into the word accept yet. Our Asian and black brothers and sisters, and this also goes interculturally and cross-culturally. Drop that mess. Okay? Homosexual and heterosexual, drop that mess. This thing works through divide and conquer. Respect our divisions. Stop hurting each other because we have them. There's a difference. Labor, law, politics, or government. Because again, that word politic, y'all look it up. Or the phrase to politic. Religion, again, belief. You could put religion there technically because it's the organization around what we believe. Again, we're talking the definition that Massa give us. Sex, war, and health. War, we know, is confusion from our German brothers and sisters. That's the etymology of the word war. After you get past all the babbling stuff, you go right down to it. You can go right on online. This is not difficult, y'all. It depends on what we want to see. Look again is what we are told. Right? So these people just sitting here, they talking a whole lot of trash, family. This is dangerous territory we playing with. And we ain't gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it alone. Let's do this real quick. The word accept, family. The word accept from Oxford's dictionary. Consent to receive a thing offered. Again, they got a thing offered in parentheses. Consent to receive. Right, as we're about 32 minutes. I'm going to try to wrap this up in about 10. Give an affirmative answer to, and again in parentheses, an offer or proposal, like to say yes, like she said yes, right? Like the show was popular, I don't know how popular it is now, right? Say yes to the dress, right? She said yes, okay? Again, it's funny, they say dated here, but accept as a dated definition to say yes to a proposal of marriage from someone. Now, they say from a man, of course. I had heard it said one time, which is pretty cool. Ladies, if you're really serious about the brother, especially the shy brothers, you know the shy brothers, right? It don't matter which culture. Go up to him and ask him, is you really ready to, marry me? If you ready about it, now we ain't talking about no microwave mess, okay? Give each other time to learn each other. Again, 300 to 500 questions. Talk to each other. Don't you know these things fail because we don't even talk to each other no more. We don't respect or accept each other's views enough. Them things got to match. Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb shouldn't even been in the same room together because their deals don't match. See, again, what your Bible tells you is do not be unequally yoked. And in this life, there is a yoke we share, just like on the oxen. There's a thing we share. Now, unfortunately, people wanted to get on Billie Eilish because she said a thing that is already being stated by our native brothers and sisters. There is no one illegal when we're all living illegally, on stolen land. That's what it's saying. Take that up with your native brother and sister. Before Billie Eilish said that, that's your... Okay? We talking about a U.S. Army militia had no problem rolling up into Minnesota back in the 1800s. Look, see again, right? Because we don't study, we reading everything else but what we should. Okay? When you talk about, let me see if I can get back to it. And of course, they got the, They got not Minnesota. They do have Minnesota in here, but they've got Colorado here. They've got Minnesota here. Early 1860s, the war with the Dakota. Kill them all, family. That was it. Minnesota state law back on 1863 passed an act to remove all the Sisseton, Wahpeton, Medicanton, and I might be saying some of the Meducanton. I may be saying some of these wrong. My apologies, Native brothers and sisters. Wapakuta bands of Sioux or Dakota Indians, and for their dispossession of their lands in Minnesota and Dakota. Huh? This is Brother Chris Matanupa, a doctor. Again, you can find knowledge off of a homeless person on the street corner if you really about it. Truth is hidden in earthen vessels, not no PhD. At the end of it, family, look at this. So if they did this in the 1860s, if there's nothing new under the sun, what do you think they would do now? The same thing. That's what you're watching. That's what you're watching. And it's time. We ain't got time to be making fun of Billie Eilish. We got time to be joining in on what that sister's saying. Now, as far as genuineness of the alliance, okay, to say it this way, or allegiance. Okay, there's over and over again and again in any holy book you find attesting when you're dealing with friendships. And we understand the wolf in sheep's clothing, but still what this sister is saying is true. And we ought to reiterate it to the highest court, to the lowest court, and everybody in between. We ought to be able to talk this truth amongst ourselves. Massa come in, I don't care if it's in the form of the Ku Klux Klan or somebody you know, like in the case of when you watch the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, which is dealing with Fred Hampton being the Black Messiah, leading people. That was the beauty of that Rainbow Coalition. It's interesting that it was a Rainbow Coalition. But I digress. People gonna play around with that when we get it. Again, family, the base thought is that this thing goes through all people groups. And we keep playing a divisive game like Massa, and it's leading to nothing. That's the first part of the definition of accept. The second is more powerful. Believe or come to recognize. We have gone on this podcast talking about recognition before. We started off talking about the seed of the scornful because it's very impactful in the scriptures. That word scorn means to make fun of. Did you hear Ted Cruz and the gang sitting there laughing at the beginning of that video? Yeah, scorning is where this is at. They like to poke holes at things. Again, the idea is to discredit so they can continue to do the harm. We ain't doing that mess over here. Who does that mess? No, it's wrong and we need to take a stand against. Again, believe or come to recognize an opinion, explanation as valid or correct. So, we have talked about the Californian Indians before in a book called Indians of California. This is from, I want to say, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I know I've been back and forth. I've got so much stuff pulled up, family. We could have went into the new Virginia law dealing on racial integrity. We're probably going to get into that because we're going to talk about your boy Walter Pleckert. I've mentioned it a couple of times. Maybe the next one we will actually speak on Walter Pleckert. Family, there's a game that's being played when it comes to your intercultural brothers and sisters. And you better stand ready at the defense of them instead of getting caught off in this divide and conquer garbage Massa gives you. There's no such thing as white and black. There's people down here. Variating people of whom we're supposed to give credit to. And when we don't, this is the sick mess it looks like. standing up for justice and leaving people alone would be any and everybody. That is a universal law that has a consequence when you break it. So if you're tired of seeing people fighting each other, start respecting and accepting each other. If I'm heterosexual and I have a problem with homosexual folks, I don't have to persecute them and make fun of them. I accept the fact that that's who they are. And then you go on about your day in the fact that you accept who you are. There's no conflict there. Family respecting each other across the planet is supposed to happen no matter where it is. And because we do not, we fail. It's that simple. Let me get back into this. On page 196 of the Indians of California, James Rawls, I believe is the brother's name, right? James Rawls. Powerful stuff here. That the part that I was just reading y'all from in Minnesota and all that stuff that was happening, the great evil, Christianity, the Bible, and Native American genocide. Again, by Chris Mata, M-A-T-A. Last, this might be a combination of his last name. Numpa, N-U-M-P-A. Chris Mata Numpa. Okay. Again, just like we just finished talking about the Maori people and Watangi Day, excuse me. That's going to be tomorrow, right? Which is dealing with the signing of this silly treaty between the British. Interesting when you find that out, right? Between the British and the Maori people. Always coming with a treaty. You better be careful. You better be careful what bills you signing. No, over in Minnesota, Makose. That's how the Dakotans, Nakotans said Minnesota. So I don't know what none of that is. These words Master came up with for all these different places. New York, New Amsterdam. Who is, man, what? Take your European self. But that's what they do. They'll bring their thing. They bring their caricature. They make you say it. We walking around with street names named after them. And then we get happy because we got a couple of Malcolm X Boulevards and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. drives. Family, what are you talking about? Hey, you walking around. Listen, the brothers and the sisters, we get, and we go wild because we get into Kwame and all these different names, right? We get it. But the bulk majority of us, we walking around 3 European names. For our Latin American brothers and sisters, you gonna act like half them names not coming from Spain? That's coming from Spain. Portugal, this is the takeover people. See, the tribes that were there, you're not gonna be called those names no more. You took up their name now. That's what happens when you're occupied. You speak in a language now. We speak in English. Family, you gonna act and sit there. Anyway. Let go of the deception, y'all. Let go of it. In this thing, let me just read this and then we're gonna go on. Because again, we at time now. Perhaps this is page 196 in this book. I encourage people to get this book. Perhaps the most conspicuous feature in the appearance, we've already read this from the native races from Hubert Howe Bancroft, how we've talked about that before in this podcast. All right, there's another group. There's another family. People is people, right? It's time we start accepting each other as true and valid what we're saying. It's time we start supporting each other. One hand washes the other. It'd take a village, not just to raise a child, to raise a nation. Anyway. Perhaps the most conspicuous feature in the appearance of the Californian tribes was the color of their skin. Okay. Rather than the tawny red color, again, we already talked about your boy Ben Franklin using that word back in the day, right? We read that quote a bunch of episodes ago, right? Tawny, tan people, right? You're not full on dark. You're tan. This is why we say the dark, brown, and tan skin tone peoples. This is why we say it this way. Not because of some conjecture or some conspiracy I'm making up. We're talking about how they talked back then. We're just updating it for today. Not no Minnesota. No. Minnesota Makose. Right? Or when you're talking about your native brothers and sisters over by New Zealand, maybe we're not saying New Zealand no more. And we saying Aotearoa. Again, Aotearoa. And before you get in the bag, family, before in your mind that defense kick in, well, we should just talk like, no. No, we shouldn't. Speak the truth. The old phrase in the church house is tell the truth, shame the devil. That's what we're going to do on it. We're going to do it every time we speak on this podcast, family. Yeah, that roaring lion seeking to devour. Yeah, we're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Rather than the tawny red color usually associated with North American Indians, the Californians were described as dark brown or black. Again, dark brown. I know people like to go in on that black part. Dark brown. Their color was such a salient feature that it bound together other associations of primitiveness. And this is their foolishness coming in. Primitiveness, dirtiness, and ugliness in the whites' minds. So y'all gonna have to figure out to let go of that. But if you don't, we still beautifully. Hey, yeah. We beautifully and wonderfully made. Let's continue here. Let's see. 149er, for example, in the midst of his account of the inferior intelligence and animal-like nature of the Californian Indians, commented that the term redskin, now while he got hate for him, you still got to tell the truth. The term redskin was most inappropriate for them. So there ain't nothing red. There's nothing tan about these people. Saying that their true color is close to a chocolate brown. So when they say sexual chocolate, family. Hey, yeah, they ain't lying. Inevitably, their skin-inspired comparisons of the Californian tribes with Negroes. Interesting. Their complexion is a dark mahogany. Anybody know what mahogany look like? You go look it up on your phone computer right now. Dark mahogany. I know black. Go around and talk to your brothers and sisters that got that kind of skin tone and call them dark mahogany. Beautiful looking wood, ain't it? Anyway. Theodore Johnson noted in 1850, so this is right around the time when this is coming out. This book actually was done in 1986, but the descriptions they coming from the 1800s, y'all. We all know what happened by the time the 1860s hit on these lands, right? You had to have a fake ass war to support reconstructing it. Never mind. Or often nearly black. Their faces round or square with features approximating nearer to the African than the Indian. And we're going to leave it there. Family, don't believe anything but other than what you see with your own eyes. What this man tells you is BS. That's the best way of saying it. Whether it's his finances, whether it's his health. I say his because it's made up for men. Those men. Not all men. All of us don't deal in this mess, just like all women don't. Another thing that dooms relationships because we go into it thinking this mess that's coming from them. Take each person for what they are is what Maya Angelou told us. Trust people for who they are. It's another thing DMX told us. which I can't speak for the brother, may he rest in peace, but we understand that he had to have learned it from Maya Angelou family. You trust snakes in the grass to be exactly that. You trust a wild dog to be exactly that. You trust that cute tabby cat that you got that you come so close to you to be exactly that. We respect each other. We accept each other. Less of this divisional mess, because at the end of the day, you're playing their game. They win every time. Family, that's what I got for you today. Thank you. Thank you very much for walking this road with me. I love y'all, man. God bless y'all. This is never a time whenever we hop on and we're ever talking down to people. I don't have time for that. This is Watchmen on the Wall, family. This is the Watchmen on the Wall, right? So again, let's accept each other. Let's accept each other. Tell that truth, man. Y'all tell that truth and shame the devil. Right? That's what I got for y'all today. Thank you very much for walking this road with me. And as always, and until next time, look to find the beauty in a different view.